Welcome to Ion Music. I'm your host, Gail Green, and we are in the studio talking to an up-and-coming band who's been generating a lot of buzz lately. You may not have heard of them yet, but you'll be hearing a lot more about them soon. The name of the band is Men Playing Instruments. Welcome Andy Wakefield, Clive Dennison, and Liam Partridge.
Thanks for having us.
Now, the first thing I have to ask you, you guys are from Liverpool, and you're known for your catchy riffs, studio experimentation, and a little bit of psychedelia. So the comparisons to the Beatles are inevitable. Do you get tired of hearing that, or were the Beatles a big influence on you?
Who?
The Beatles.
Who's that?
The band, the Beatles.
I've never heard of them.
The Beatles, the biggest band in the history of music. You've never heard of them. You're kidding, right?
Beatles? That's a rather stupid name for a band. Sounds like a bunch of bugs.
No, it's spelled B-E-A-T, like music.
Well, that's even more daft, isn't it?
No, it's not. You can't be serious. The Beatles have influenced every musician who's ever played. I mean, come on. John Lennon, you know John Lennon, I Am the Walrus?
No, you're not. You're a woman.
John Lennon, right, I've heard of him. He was Chancellor of the Exchequer from 1955 to 1957.
No, he was in the Beatles. He was one of the greatest songwriters of all times.
Well, who was then?
Who was what?
Chancellor of the Exchequer from 1955 to 1957.
I don't know.
It was Harold Macmillan.
I don't care.
You should. It's an important office.
Okay, look. I know you've heard of the Beatles. They have written some of the most classic songs in rock music history. All you need is love.
That's a song? That's stupid. You need a lot more than love.
That's right, you do need a lot more than love. You need food.
You need love.
Shoes. I'd rather have shoes. Otherwise you'd walk around cutting your bloody feet up all day.
Oh, that's like the first single off of our album. It's called Shoes Are Good for Your Feet because it provides protection.
Wait a minute. You make fun of the Beatles and their songs while the name of your single is Shoes Are Good for Your Feet because they provide protection?
Well, we were going to call it Shoes Are Good for Your Feet, so you should wear them, or else you'd have to walk around barefoot and hurt your feet all day.
But we thought the title was too ambiguous.
And besides, the Beatles. Seriously? Still expect to see a bunch of bleeding bugs. You see, with us, you know what you're getting. We're called Men Playing Instruments, and that's because we're men playing instruments.
We don't know what to call ourselves. We are three people in a band named Andy, Clive, and Liam who perform and write music, but not too loudly. And Andy and Liam have a girlfriend, but Clive doesn't.
We thought the name was too ambiguous.
And besides, I might one day get a girlfriend, and then we have to change the name of the band, and that would cause a big row now, wouldn't it?
This is absolutely unbelievable. If you have absolutely no idea who the Beatles are, and you've never been influenced by them, then who are your musical influences?
Oh, we love The Mentalist.
What?
The Mentalist.
That's a TV show.
Right, he solves crimes with his mind.
Oh, and Dr. House.
Right, he solves diseases with his mind.
The Mentalist and Dr. House aren't real people, and they don't play musical instruments.
I don't think these Beatles blokes are real people. Sounds like a bunch of made-up bollocks to me.
Really?
This one time, Al's figured out that this bloke had a tumour in his head, but it turns out it wasn't a tumour that was his problem. It was because he was hiding a secret from his wife.
That has nothing to do with music.
Sure does. That's the title track off our first album. It's called House Figured Out This Bloke Had a Tumor in His Head. But he figured out the tumor wasn't his problem. It was that he was hiding a secret from his wife.
So you're telling me that all your songs are about shoes and house?
And The Mentalist.
Oh, My favourite title off of our next album is called House and the Mentalist Go Shopping for Shoes That Fit Right, Stylish, Last a Long Time, and are reasonably priced.
Right. It's like it's about everything that's important.
You guys, you three, are officially the stupidest band I have ever interviewed, and I have interviewed Coldplay.
Coldplay? Who's that?
Are they the Beatles?
That's it. Thank you guys for coming. Please never come back. Get the fuck off the stage.
Right, well now what do we do?
Oh, I think the Mentalist is on.
Are you wearing your shoes?
I am.
So am I.
Me too.
Let's go.
1, 2, 3, 4.